What's up, pirates? It's your boy GM. How's it going? Chapter 1101 of One Piece. Let's get into this. Little quick note, check out my Patreon and Twitch channel. I do cool stuff there, so check it out. The link is in the bio or in the description, depending where you're watching this. You know, I knew we would get a cool color spread, and we did in this chapter, of all the Vegapunks, including the Vega Force 1 in the back, so that's pretty cool. At Goa Island, we see Dragon observing Luffy from a distance alongside with Kuma, and Kuma notices that Dragon tends to stop there many times, and he wonders why. And Dragon tells him, look, if you don't want to see me kill, just forget that you saw anything, because children are vulnerability to their parents. And that's where Kuma discovers that Dragon is a parent, he's a father. And his son, Luffy, is right there. And he promises to not speak a word of this. And he did throughout the entire series, if you think about it. We see a 16-year-old Luffy training in the forest. And he was executing a Gomu Gomu axe, that same finishing move that he did against Arlong. One thing that I noticed about that part is that from the beginning of the series all the way to the last chapter before the time skip, Luffy was pretty stacked in terms of strength, because let's be honest, all of the techniques that he did in that gap of time, he probably had those during his incredible training with Garp and his brothers Ace and Sabo. So it's really incredible that I don't know what kind of training he went through, because during that time, he never had a training arc between when he left the island and all the way before before the time skip. You know what I mean? So maybe some of those techniques he learned them on the get-go and just he improvised. But needless to say, the guy is a bona fide fighter, you know, trained by a Garp of all people. So, you know, I mean, Luffy is a beast and we all know it, but it's really incredible to notice that from that early phase of the series. Kuma continues to do the bidding of the Marines and helping people as much as he can. And he sends a letter to his daughter, but damn, that bitch Alpha, she receives the letter and rips them off. It was to be expected, but it still pisses me off, like to no end. This guy just wants to be a good dad for his daughter. Giving his daughter the letters, is that too much to ask? But no, I mean, it's the world government. They're dickheads from A to Z. So what are you gonna do, huh? We get a part with Vegapunk, Stussy, and Kuma, and they're all talking about what it's like to lose their own free will. But I love how Vegapunk still wants to do good by Kuma and tells him that he's gonna at least allow him to have a minimum of conscience for a year or so. So yeah, Vegapunk, seriously, the guy, he did his best by Kuma, and it shows. Bonney is celebrating her 9th birthday and she is completely cured. And they're having a party, but of course she feels sad that she hasn't gotten any letters from Kuma, and of course we know why. Even though that Kuma is now officially a slave of the world government, unfortunately, he still manages to save some revolutionary soldiers, and he just disappears quickly as soon as he can. And I love that part that, you know, even though he knows he's gonna lose his free will, he does his best, you know, to stand by Dragon in a mysterious way. So I really love that. Queen Dowager finds out that Alpha and her comrades are CP8 agents of the government, and she enacts a plan for Bonney to set sail and go find her father. And I really love it. To see that queen is gold. Like, I really love how she really look out for Bonney throughout all those years. So yeah, that's seriously that. I really love the fact that she wanted to do something for her and for Kuma as well. Alpha finds out that Bonney has escaped and is about to set sail, and you know, she runs after Bonney, but I love the clap back that Bonney gave her. That attack, and when she transforms into a more giantess figure, oh, and that punch, oof, I savored that. I truthfully savored that panel. It was amazing. But it makes me want to think, it seems that her powers not only allows her to not change age, but also to change body shape from what I've seen. So I think it's that was a pretty interesting. I didn't think it was revealed before, but anyways, I think it was a pretty cool sequence. I really love that panel. I really love that Bonnie decided to set sail to find her father. And by the way, that's how she becomes a pirate of the worst generation. And yeah, so basically, she became a pirate to find her father. Like, wow, seriously, that's so wholesome. I think compared to the previous chapters that we've had of Kuma's backstory, this one was probably the one more focused on Bonney, but at the same time, it was probably the one chapter that was the less saddening to read because, let's be honest, we've seen a lot of heartbroken moments when it comes to Kuma and his past life. And yeah, and even though it was still sad at some degree, but just less than the previous chapters. So, by the way, we're going on a break next week, so we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. So tell me your thoughts about this chapter. Comment, rate, comment, rate, subscribe. That's YouTube. Never mind. Anyways, let's all talk about it in the comment section. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Leave a like. That would be really appreciated. And I'll catch you guys in 2 weeks. So take care of yourselves. And in case I don't see you, Merry Christmas. See ya.